Hey y'all, I'm Sarah with Seymour Sunshine here in North Florida. I recorded a video recently and didn't even tell you guys who I am or anything about me. So I figured I would do that today. So let me share some things with you about me and how I got started in beekeeping, and hopefully you'll learn some things about me at least, and I'll share some of my tips that I learned early on that made a big difference in my beekeeping. So stick around, hope you'll enjoy. So I got started in beekeeping shortly after I started gardening, actually. I always knew that I wanted to beekeep. My grandpa was a beekeeper. Unfortunately, I did not get to keep with him while he was alive, but it was just always something that I wanted to do. And once we got the space, got our first box, and continued to grow from there. I have always just planned on it being a hobby. That's all that it ever will be for me. As a matter of fact, my husband and I own a small business for going on 20 years now. We have a son who has epilepsy, and we have a daughter who has two young grandbabies. Or we have two young grandbabies because of her. So our lives are already pretty busy. But I just took up beekeeping, like I said, as a hobby, just to give me peace. And obviously, gardening and beekeeping go hand in hand. So I picked it up and really enjoyed it, and since then I've just continued to learn as much as I possibly can about these little creatures, and there is an awful lot to learn. So let me tell you about some of the things that I learned early on that I think might make a big difference. So I got into beekeeping myself just as a hobby to give me some peace. I know that kind of sounds crazy because I'd rather be with thousands of stinging insects to give myself some peace, but honestly, that's the way that it works. The hum of the hive. It just soothes, and you know what I mean. Okay, so first and foremost, I would say timing your inspections. Obviously, depending on the time of year, you might inspect more frequently than others. During spring and summer, obviously, you'll be in it a little bit more than during the winter. Whenever you do inspect, pick the right time of day. Go in the morning when it's nice and bright and sunny, or just as long as it's nice and sunny. Don't go on a gloomy day or when it's overcast. I mean, you can, but they're not going to be too happy with you. So time your inspections accordingly. Okay, another thing. I know it's a lot to learn, but look at images, look at pictures, look at your resources, and learn what you're looking at on a frame, so that when you pull it up, you can compare to what you've seen in pictures and books. It's important to know the difference between honey, capped brood, uncapped brood, bee bread, obviously eggs, larvae, and developing bees. So all of those things on a frame tell you what's going on in your hive, even if you don't see your queen. Which brings me to another thing. Queen spotting, in my opinion, is important. You don't always have to see your queen because you're obviously looking for all of those other things too, but I think you should know what she looks like, and I think it should be a practice to find your queen, if you have time and if you can. But at least learn what you're looking at within the frame. Okay, so I know that this is a lot about learning, but that's what beekeeping is. It's constantly learning, constantly changing. And that's fine. You're not expected to know everything, and you're not gonna know everything. But go to your local beekeeper meetings, talk to your fellow beekeepers, gather your resources, and no matter what, enjoy it. Beekeeping is fun, and it's supposed to be enjoyable. So these are your hives, or these are my hives, but they're your bees, they're your hives. So no matter what, just have fun and enjoy it. Okay, so that's that. Now you know a little bit about me and a little bit about how I got started in beekeeping. Hopefully you guys had fun today. I know I did. Let me know in the comments what you're learning about or what you'd like me to discuss. And if you like this video, hit that button. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Until then, happy beekeeping!